Okay, here we have 2011 Volvo XC60 turbo T6 engine. So it's the turbo 3.0 liter engine. I have 160,000 kilometers on the vehicle. Just picked it up last year, and I had a suspicion that maybe the spark plugs had never been changed. So I thought it would probably be a good idea. I went ahead and purchased 6 of these Iridium NGK Iridium LFR 6A IX spark plugs from Parts Avatar. I think they ran me about 10 bucks a piece, somewhere in that range, $9–10 a piece. So I've gone ahead and changed out the first 5. First thing you need to do is remove this cover that sits right on here. Cover sits right on there, and it literally just pulls up. So if you put even pressure on it, it has these 5 contact points, and it will pull up from there. It comes off very easy. Next thing you do, we've got a 5/16 bolt holding on the coil, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coils. You undo that bolt, then there's a tab on each one, and the tab comes off very easy. Undo the bolt, take out the tab, and you just have to pull the coil up like that. I've already done the first 5, and I'll show you. Here's what the number 6 coil looks like. It was just sitting in there in that number 6 position. I pulled the coil, and I'm pretty certain that I was correct when I said I didn't believe these plugs had ever been changed. There's a lot of carbon there, and the ends look kind of worn, not very pointy. So those things all look like they've seen their day. 160,000 kilometers, and this was the most recent one I pulled out, the number 6 plug, and it looks a lot different than the new one that I got. I'll get a picture of them side by side, and you can just see how old, worn, and dirty this one was. So we're gonna put that one back in. Picked up this 16 millimeter spark plug remover, and I would say it's absolutely worth the 10 bucks that I paid for it. 16 mil spark plug remover. I have a torque wrench that we are torquing to 20. So it's really straightforward. I am putting a little bit of anti-seize, copper anti-seize on the threads when I put them on, just a little dab on the thread, and then work that around on the thread. So you don't need much. That stuff will work its way into all the grooves once you set it in there. So like I said, just a little bit will do ya. And then we put that back in. I'm gonna see if I can set this up good enough to see putting that back in or not. Yeah, it should work. So I'm just gonna put my glove back on, and you can watch me put that last one on. I wanted to make this video just because I was actually searching around on YouTube trying to get a bit of an explanation on how to do these, and there was a couple of videos out there that weren't too bad. there was one that was quite in depth. Unfortunately, it was an hour and 8 minutes long. So I didn't really feel like spending an hour and 8 minutes watching the YouTube video to change some spark plugs. So like I said, so here this guy's all got some copper anti-seize on it. We got that in. We're just gonna put it into the spark plug wrench or socket, and that one will drop. I'll hold this up here. That one I'm just gonna put right in there and get it started by hand. Really easy. It's starting to go there. You don't want to knock it around too much and get any of that dirt in the hole. Once you've given it a few turns, you can give it a little pull up just to make sure that the plug's in there. But get it all the way in by hand until it's got a bit of resistance. And once you get a little bit of, I don't know why, but I stopped it anyways. We're ratcheting this in, and we're just gonna hold that in there and go till I hear the torque wrench click. And it's about to go, I think. Set at 20. There's your click. There you go. We're all torqued in. Pull that guy out. And that socket, or that coil, will just drop in there. I will plug the coil in. This is pretty easy. It just goes like that. Coil plugs in. Okay, it sits down there like that, and I gotta find that last little 5/16 nut, and we're gonna try to start finger tightening this. And once you know that the threads are in good, grab your socket and go the rest of the way with the socket. And you don't want to put any torque on this, just go till it snugs. Everything I've heard about these aluminum blocks say don't over tighten any of those. And there you go. That's all done. Like I said, what did we get? 6 NGK LFR 6AIX spark plugs. Replacing these got to be original. These Fomocos, you can see that, and those have 160,000 kilometers on them. Like I said, 1 coil, 2 coils, 3, 4, 5, 6 coils. Everything's plugged back in, and then we just put our cap back on and press it down, and that's good. Like I said, parts Avatar NGK spark plugs cost me about 10 bucks each. And when you retorque them, if we missed it, we're retorquing to 20.